Hello and welcome back to South Coast Busways here at the Gosport garage in Gosport on the South Coast, obviously, where we're looking at these very tiny, very cute Optare Solo SRs. These are for the Whiteley Village local services, which of course way up here, so really they should be operating out of SW, so maybe I should get that done. But SW does kind of have a part to play this episode, even though there's only 7 buses based there right now. Because the current Portchester network is just the P1, P2, and P3. There are 2 more Portchester routes that we have not yet activated, the P4 and P5. So, I'm going to check the timetable. It is every 20 minutes all day by the looks of things. So 5:32, 5:40, 6:04, 6:10. So that needs 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's call it 5, and then the P4 interworks with the P3. OM type Portchester. We'll put them all as Portchester 5 for now. The difference is the sort of the advertising branding. This is not route branding, it's like advertising. So it's like the route branding is the Portchester, and then this is one of the Portchester routes, rather than like this bus is allocated to the P5. But here they are. So let's start this off. Oh no, wait, those don't work with that. So this is going to be OM, I believe this one's OM69, very nice. Yes it is. And it's HK67 PCV, I believe. So, I'll get the rest of these done in a handy little jump cut. And finally we have HK67 PDE, better known as OM78. So why did I buy so many vehicles when I clearly needed like 7 or 8? When it's these things. These old, non-standard, East Lancs bodied, no less, Scanias. It's the start of the day. So I think let's get the P3 or the P4 and P5 activated. Activate. Right, P4 and P5. Shift schedule for today. Apparently we're missing one. No we aren't. In fact, I want to see if we can not use these. So immediately I can do that. And I can't do that, but I can do that. That works. To 13:30, no, that's as good as I can get it really. Looks like no, but these are only going out on a couple of P5s, so I don't really mind. Then I'm going to... oh, hang on. The P4 doesn't have a vehicle requirement thing. I'm going to see if that... first of all, I'm going to get the right button. Edit timetable. I'm going to make it want the Portchester. Confirm. Then have the P... just check the P3 to make sure it also wants the Portchester. Make it want the Portchester. Just make all the Portchester routes want the Portchester vehicles, because they won't be the only type of vehicle or the only vehicle group at SW for very long. So P2, not show timetable, edit timetable, advanced. Oh, these, it prefers 998. Interesting. Let's have it want the that. And then edit timetable, advanced. Interesting that it preferred group 998. Maybe that was when I first got the other buses in, to try and have them prefer, like when I got the metro cities in, to try and force the metro cities onto the P3. I don't really know. Okay, so let's go to tomorrow and see what it does. Not really. And the P5 still has no preferred vehicle group. Interworking is very, very hard, especially when it's like on the edge like this. So edit, or show timetable, so 02:32. Getting back in at 33:03. And the P4, so it would have 2 minutes to go on to the next thing there, and then it would have -1 minute to get onto the P3. I'm starting to think that this can't work. However, I might be able to be sneaky on the inbound run and just do that. Oh, there was a minute at Portsview Gardens. Well, you know what? Now it works. Wouldn't you look at that? Just copy that and paste there. Confirm. Now let's check the interworking. Will it interwork tomorrow? Yes, it will. P4, P4, P3, 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 P3. It's not interworking properly. But let me check the frequencies on Sundays. That's statistics, that's not routes. So, edit timetable, because that's just an easy way of seeing frequency. Every 30 minutes. 02. Oh! There we go. So it's every 30 minutes all week. 02:32. And is it all the same sort of timing? So it's 1 minute. And on Sunday it's 1 minute. Very nice. And then the P4. It's half hourly all week. Maybe I should allow it to change bus routes on both directions. I don't know if that'll help. But then I'll just see if that's the same with the P3. Edit timetable. Cool. So let's see what tomorrow's thing has done. Okay, P3, P3. P4, P4, P3, P3, P4, P4, P3, P3, P4, P4, P3, P3. It appears to have worked. So, if I go assign buses, and then see what I can do about taking off the Scanias. Maybe I've just been able to replace the N94s. Oh, wouldn't you look at that? They now exclusively don't, well, they now don't run. That is exactly what we wanted. Didn't want to click there. Let's check today. Nothing will change today, unfortunately, because this would have been a lovely outcome today, because today is a weekday. But I'm open to having 2 additional metro cities, because at the moment there are 14 of these, and I'm open to having 16. It does just feel like 16 buses is a bit much. But there's the Portchester. The Portchester's done, the Portchester interworks. All 5 services are now running. Next to tackle is the 215 between Gosport and the Hill Park Estate in Fareham. So let's check the timetable on this one. It is every 20 minutes. It has 1 minute of stand time at Fareham Hill Park. And I hope it's not 1 minute at Gosport. We want some reliability on this. Oh, it's interworking. Okay, that's fine then. That's absolutely fine. I think it's interworking with the 214. But let's see. Not shift schedule, that was the wrong button. I'm good at this. I'm very good at this game. What do you mean? 215. Show timetable. So 5:48 to 5:49. 6:26. So it would be on the 6:37 214, I believe. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I want to be buying 8 E350Hs. I like the E350H. I think it's a really quirky bus. It's like I wish they caught on a little bit more. EXH and Morse, and it's green branded. Where are they? Oh, there they are. So these, they say Greenway hybrids and WR. Fleet number is EXH25 and it's HY63 GXG. No, GXG. Beautiful. Copy that, paste that, and I'll get the rest of them done. And finally we have HY63 GXO, better known to us of course as EXH32. There are 32 Greenway hybrids now, which means there are 56 vehicles at WR. So, let's go over to page 6, the very far end, and activate. And I'll just put them in manually for now, because it's not interworking. Hopefully, the interworking's already set up for the 214, but I'm not so sure. What I am happy about is that all of these shifts are going beautifully. Hopefully that continues to be the case tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, let's have a look. That's exactly as it should be. So let's assign buses, and it's just the double-deckers that aren't happy, which is unfortunate that they're not happy, but oh well. Just when I thought I was about to run out of double-deckers and put an E350H on the 220, it just went like butter. So now, we have the 214 and 215 interworking. Isn't that nice? And I've just run out of money. So I guess what's to do now, or what we want to do now, is zoom in carefully and admire our creation. Because the P4 and P5 are working and the P5 is looking pretty busy. Like, I'm legitimately impressed by how the P5 is doing. The P4 is also doing interestingly, and the P4 is just a very fun route. It does this, like, it goes through Allway Avenue shops, then it goes around the back, and then it stops at Allway Avenue shops, and only on the second stop at Allway Avenue does it actually stop at thingy. Like, or does it actually, like, terminate and consider it as going back towards Portchester? So the run towards Allway Avenue shops takes 20 minutes, but the run from Allway Avenue back into Portchester only takes 10. And I'm rounding up for both of those, because I had to make it faster to interwork with the P3, which I hope hasn't jeopardized reliability too much. Though I will say, like everything is looking really, really busy in Portchester right now. It is rush hour though, and there's an event on, the City Festival, which will be mucking things up just a little bit. But let's have a look, see how the 100 and the 220 are doing. They appear to be doing fine. So I'm happy with that. The 215, there's one. Interesting that it's waiting at Fareham Hill Park for what appears to be 20 minutes. Where is the bus behind? I have no idea. What's happening with the 215? It makes no sense. But anyway, this busway has a better bus service than it does in real life, and it's not particularly close. I think the Eclipse busway that I'm calling the Greenway only gets I think it's 2 services, I know that much. I don't know whether they're hourly or half hourly each. Maybe they're every 15 minutes each, I have no idea. Because I am not a local. I decline. Even though I have spares buses at SV, I probably could have taken that on then. That would have been basically free money with a spares bus. Yeah, it would have been. It really would have been. If you're wondering why I'm zooming around Gosport, it's because I have a few buses free at GP, because I reduced the frequencies of the G1 and G2. So I'm almost, scouting out potential new services that I could, maybe with just buying a couple of buses, have and would be, useful. And sort of to boost frequencies along where the G1 and G2 run without just boosting the G1 and G2. Because the G1 and G2 just go around in circles all day. But if we could boost frequencies along, say, here, but then have it go out towards Lee-on-the-Solent, or boost frequencies along here, and then have it go up this way, that would be more useful for Gosport as a whole than just boosting the G1 and G2. Right, we've built a lot of money back up. I don't know if it'll be enough, because I forgot the vehicle requirement for the 6, and if I recall, the 6 is quite a complex timetable. So let's have a look at it. Show timetable of the Route 6. Oh, it appears to be very complicated. Oh, it does. Oh, it really does. But if I'm getting it right, if I'm getting this right, this 630, yeah, that's a call short extension. A call short extension. And that is hourly, and then the 6 is the 6 is half hourly with an extension. So if I work out this, the vehicle requirements of each, although I think they sort of interwork in a weird way. So let's look. This 630, 7:51 at Calshot Beach, and it leaves Calshot Beach at 8:35. Getting back into Southampton at 9:58. Which probably does the 10 o'clock. Which is a 4-Lee service. So, let's count this through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 8? I don't know. But then this, if I count from the 7 o'clock, gets in at 8:12, 8:15 off 4-Lee Square, and it gets back in at 9:28, which probably does the 9:30, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have no idea. Is it 6, 7, 8? Should I buy 10? Because, I mean, I've made a lot of money, but it's not going to be enough to launch the 6 just yet. We will launch the 6 today. We will get through this backlog of routes that I haven't launched. But it's like, the 6 is busy. The 6 is really busy. And I think I've been kind of distracting myself off camera by looking at Chandlersford, Eastleigh, like all this way up here. Bishop's Waltham has been catching my attention, because it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's quite large. Presumably there was a railway through here at some point. I mean, this road is oddly nice. And then if we go down into Fareham, I mean, I don't really know. Something I'd have to look up, because this road is oddly smooth in its alignment, as is this one. So I don't know, I feel like there was a railway through Bishop's Waltham, also because it's very large. And then these neighbourhoods through here, I don't know if they're new. I mean, they have to be, because I don't think there was a railway this way, because that's sort of too close, and Eastleigh Station is literally there. Oh, it's there. But, you know, you can't really do that. That would have been really, really painful. Unless this bit of the road follows the old railway, and it sort of went around like that. Sort of like that curve up to Chandlersford. Maybe. And then, of course, there's Romsey, which I talked about in last week's episode, which went up significantly less than a week ago, because I'm an idiot. Well, I say I'm an idiot. I'm at university and things are really hotting up. It's not all my fault. It's probably my fault for taking on 2 uploads a week, knowing that I'd be going into 3rd year at uni. Which, YouTube advice, don't do that. Just don't do it. Don't burn yourself out. Not that I have been burning out, but okay. Getting sidetracked, I saw that stop and then immediately go again, so it's fine. So, the 6, obviously, it's going to use very similar buses to, well, I say similar. It's going to use Omnicities like the 61. This is going to be another unrefurbished, air quotes, batch. Or another, quotes, unrefurbished batch. Although they have been intermingling the refurbished and the non-refurbished. Which I guess I'm fine with. There's not really much I can do about it. Is this the 61? The 61 does this, right? Yeah, this is the 61. Yeah, it's because the 6 and the 61 sort of weave in and out of each other for a bit. Because doesn't the 61 take this road and then the 6 takes the stops? Yes, that's exactly what it does. I'm good at this. It's like in the sections between villages and towns, the 6 and 61 alternate which one goes fast. Which probably doesn't make the most sense, but you know. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it does make a good amount of sense. I've got no idea. I would hope that it makes enough sense for the locals. So I'm going to go to SM Garage, which is where I believe, well, it's where we have to be running the 6 out of, because we have no space at SC. So where is that Omni City? There it is. 49,000. Get rid of premium seats. It's now 47,000. How much is 8? Therefore, 8 is 377. I can almost afford it. Crank the speed up just a moment. And we can now afford our buses. So let's go. Oh, this is this bus is very grey. Import repaint. This is the, where is it? Oh, this is Solent Blue. I need Solent Red. No, I clicked Solent Blue again. Solent Red. This is the OC type. Oh yeah, I did try. Ooh. I did try making a heritage livery for the city bus. Basically, one of the buses is going to be refurbished back into the old city bus livery, and this is the branding for it. It's going to be Landor, but it's going to sort of have this on it. And I'm just trying to work out how I get these, like, side bits, these bumps along the side to play ball, because it looks fantastic. Like, you know, this branding's really, really nice. I don't mean to toot my own horn too much, but it does look nice. Come on. Not create new painting. Well, maybe create new painting. City bus, heritage. Okay, here we go. Here's the sort of where it is right now. I may make a few more changes to this yet. I'm not quite sure. But you can see it's City Bus Heritage because it's National Busway South Coast West, TA Solent Red, not TA Southampton City Bus. OC type Landor. There we go. This is just the more recent. Trading as Southampton City Bus still. Outdated legals, but that's fine. So anyway, apply that. There's 8 of those, and where did we get? Oh yeah, I also bought a few more of the VEHs just to get the 30s allocation over the line, because the 30s allocation was annoying me. So where are we with these? We're at OC 348. So let's get everyone parked up. Very nice. So this is going to say Solent Red. Copy that. SM. License plate as well. We're starting with YN54 ORT. And its fleet number is OC 349. There we go. and I'll get the rest of these done in a happy little jump cut. And finally we have YN54OSA, better known to us of course as OC356. There we go. Here's our new batch of OCs for the Route 6. So let's activate that, and hopefully 8 is enough. Not to be confused with the Route 8. Let's activate that, and edit the timetable, just to ensure that it's definitely set to want the OC type. And we finally have Saturday all allocated. So, I don't know what the plan was from here. I've basically done everything I wanted to do. There is the interworking of the 214 and 215 and the P3 and P4 that I guess would be fun to test out. But it's only like halfway through Friday. Great. Oh dear. I mean, maybe it's new route time? Maybe it's new route time. I think it might be new route time. I'm going to see if I've got anything on my South Coast spreadsheet, which is now very, very out of date, because I've not had the time to keep updating it. Like, you know, I barely had the time to record the videos, let alone do the background work. Have you ever wondered why I've been pushing off the 1 for a few episodes now? Okay, so the idea was, based on what I can see, for the 202, is using VWs first of all. We'd come out of the bus station, we'd go up the main road that everything's going down, which I'll probably change. Then we'd come down here, then up, and probably through here, or all the way up and through like that, and then terminate in Lee-on-the-Solent sort of centre, like along the sort of the waterfront. I think that's a good shout, and I think VWs, I'm not sure. I might use ELs, because I've not used an MMC in quite a while. So, surprise time-lapse for a new route at the end of the episode. Don't mind if I do. Let's get Gosport's colour, or Solent Blue's colour, to justify this as a proper, you know, episode of Solent Blue. I think I set that time-lapse up way too early, because I've got to get through all this first. So this is going to be the 202 Gosport to Lee on the Solent. There we go. Gosport bus station. There we now. There we now. Very nice. So post me, if you don't mind. And there is the very indirect 202. This route is a little bit mental. It starts down in the bus station, it comes down here, joins the main road by going up this way, then goes up the main road down to Grange Road, then comes down Grange Road, dives into this estate, rejoins Grange Road, and then goes up, I think this is Privet Road, dives into this estate, dives around this sort of central estate, and then comes back in, like, south again to come back into Lee-on-the-Solent, where it does a little 3-stop loop. Yeah, like 3 or 4 stop loop, just to serve the town centre and head back out the way it came. Really indirectly. Takes 69 minutes, nice, to do a full loop. And I think I'll run this every probably half hour. And then I could maybe interwork it with something. And here is the timetable for the 202. Well, here's the timetable preview. Monday, Saturdays. I've not done the Sunday one. I forgot about that. I'm doing everything in the wrong order. Please ignore me. Thank you. Anyway. It runs every half hour. It has 1 minute standing at West Point in Lee-on-the-Solent. And it gets back at 6:19. Which would give it 12 minutes. But I want to interwork it with something. So I'm going to interwork it with something. But before I do that, I'm going to add a Sunday service. So I'll be right back. And there is the 202, now with Sunday service, which is the same frequency as the during the week, but with significantly reduced operating hours. And it's going to be interworked with a service that I don't know if I've already planned or not, although I doubt it. That's going to go from here, and it's going to go this way along the G2, and it's going to cross the 202 here, go along, and sort of go around here. It's going to be much shorter. That's the goal anyway. So, I'm going to see if I've got anything. I'm going to see if I've got a route number that matches that. For maps, not photos. Don't make that mistake again. I don't think I have anywhere. Okay, so I haven't got this route in my plans, so I'm going to number it the 206. Hopefully that's still in my copy pastes. And it's going to follow the southern leg of the G1, G2, and go sort of directly to this estate, spin around it, and go back home. So this is going to be the 206 Gosport to Nimrod, I believe that estate's called. Indeed I do have my blue. So, post me, if you don't mind. And that went significantly quicker. It's still not very direct, but I think we can all agree it's a lot more direct than the 202. And it's significantly quicker. It only takes 40 minutes to do a return in its current state. So, I'm gonna get this ready. It's gonna be every 30 minutes, just like the 202. And hopefully hopefully there is a lot of demand from the Nimrod estate on the 202, and this route sort of alleviates that. So let's set this one to full-size buses, and this is going to be a Monday to Saturday outbound. And I will see you after a happy little jump cut, as per. And the timetable is done. It's very tight. I don't know if the interworking will go, because there's only 1 minute between the 202 getting into Gosport, and there's only 1 minute between the 206 getting into Gosport and the 202 leaving. So I don't know if this is going to go, but we're going to allow it to change bus routes within shift, and we're going to launch it from GB, and we're going to activate it later. Then we're going to go over to the 202, and we're going to edit timetable just to make absolutely sure. Very good. And hopefully that will interwork without too many quibbles, without too much squabbling. I love that word. Squabbling is a brilliant word. I've just had a little bit of a thought. Maybe I can speed up the 202. But then again, if the 202's timetable is relatively slack, the fact that I've had to make the 206's timetable very much not slack, maybe they can sort of balance out. So, with the game paused, I'll activate both routes at once, and I'll say they need 6 vehicles. And I will hope that they need 6 vehicles. Not that I'm sure I'll be able to afford 6 vehicles right now, or that I'll even have much time to show you all of those 6 vehicles entering service, because I've been recording for so long, I've kind of lost track of time. Activate bus route now. Hopefully day 1 interworking is a thing. And finally, we have YY67 ESR, better known as EL1560. I'm going to check my recording. Oh my god, I've been going for 2.5 hours. So, let's go have a look at the 6, because that's definitely running by now. And we can check up on the 202 and 206 next week. Oh wait, hang on, there we go. This is a call shot run, a full run. I expect it to be very quiet, at least until Forley. And then it picks up. Decent, that's pretty good. And then, yeah, it was really quiet between Coleshot Beach and Forley. And now it's got a decent number of passengers on it, which is good. And it's like, even during the festival, it's not overloading the Omnicity, which is very nice. However, we are now a minute late. Look at that beanabout. That junction's so cool. And I think you'll agree beanabout is the best name for any kind of road junction that's not quite round. So right now we have 33 on board, and we're going down a new road through Dibden past the Tesco. And then on the new fast road we're going down here? Oh yeah, we do. Through Dibden Garden City. And then coming up in through Marchwood? Yeah, this is Marchwood. Yeah, it says it right there. Well done, me. That was a long gap between stops. And then we head straight back out of Marchwood, but sort of this way, And then coming back, I had some problems, I believe. Yeah, coming back, it wouldn't want to go down the main road, and I had no idea why. I tried to get the junction to work, but it just didn't. So it's going this way now instead. See, when they did the last map update, they changed where they get their data from. So OpenStreetMap buildings and stuff, that's not the thing anymore. So, but I don't know where they get their routing data from. Like, is that Google? Or is that still OpenStreetMap? Because if it's still OpenStreetMap, I might see if I can change that junction and get it to work properly. Because that's why we're 2 minutes late. I sort of brute forced a quicker timing through there. And it just means that every 6 will run 2 or 3 minutes late into Southampton. Anywho, that's the 6. It's really, really busy. But then, like, everything's really, really busy because there's a festival on. So we've had a very, very productive day in Southampton. And like everywhere, very productive day all over the south coast. The Portchester network is complete. The Greenway's latest route has been activated, and Gosport has more local buses. And I've also just realised that the passenger numbers in the sort of timetable creation window might be festival numbers. They're probably not normal. So on that bombshell, I will see you next week. Bye bye.